Ego death. Before we can dismantle oppressive systems, we have to eradicate the ways in which they've manifested in us. If you kill the white supremacists in your head, you inevitably kill the capitalists, the sexist, the racist, the transphobia, the individualism. You trade I for we.
Happy Juneteenth from Texas. Welcome back to Chopped and Roox. It's your girl, Young Roox. I just wanted to say that Breonna Taylor's murderers still haven't been charged nor convicted, and that needs to happen. That needs to happen. I'm tired of repeating myself. Just because there's no footage, just because we didn't see her get shot and murdered 8 times, what does that mean? That means that she can't have justice? She was 26 when she passed. 26 years old. Barely in her prime. Then, on the other hand, we have a 19-year-old Oluwatoyin who was fighting for black lives, all black lives, black trans lives, black women and black men, fighting on the front line. And she was raped and murdered and left in the woods by a man who disguised or posed as a man of God. These murders and this injustice has sprouted or created even more division within the black community, between black men and black women. And the problem when it comes to our division is that everybody wants to be heard, but nobody wants to listen. And when you speak, no one is speaking with respect. Everybody's hurt, everybody's upset, everybody's angry. So they speaking with resentment, condensation, cynicism, and disrespect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to you when you're not talking to me right? I'll bust your head to the white meat. Speak with me with respect so I can listen to you rather than listening to you with only intentions to reply with insults. When you talk to me crazy, I talk to me, I talk back. And I'm going to talk to you crazy. And that's the problem with our community. Black women feel like we are not being protected. And then especially dark-skinned women, we do not feel as though we're being protected. And we have black men who are saying, it is not our job. You are not my sister. You are not my mother. You are not my child. Why do I have to protect you? And therein lies the division. I shouldn't have to be anybody you know for you to want to reach out and protect me as a black woman, because nobody will protect a black man like a black woman. And so everybody is yelling from both sides, but nobody wants to hear nothing, which comes another topic that comes in right smack dab middle of that specific category is No Name and J. Cole. J. Cole recently released a song called Snow in the Bluff. Well, initially when I heard it, I was just like, okay, this is another song. But he was talking about No Name. No Name made a general tweet which spoke on black rappers not using their platforms when their whole image is based off of black plight. Why are you silent when this is your time to shine? And J. Cole took it upon himself because maybe he knew that she was talking about him and made a song saying, if everybody seems to think that I'm some type of guru when it comes to stuff like this, and I'm not. So instead of calling me out, instead of being condescending, instead of insulting me, why don't you come and educate me? Because I don't know. You seem like someone with a lot of education. You seem like someone who knows what to do. So why don't you educate me instead of talking to me crazy? That song was received by black women and black men differently. And my thing is, we're all saying the same thing, but we're saying it in different tones. Yes, we all have things that we need to learn, especially now. Things such as Juneteenth, I barely knew about it. Things such as Black Wall Street and the Tulsa Massacre in 1921, I barely knew about it. But I sought to seek knowledge on it by myself. And that's what black women are saying. You shouldn't be a certain age and want a black woman or anybody to educate you on something that you should seek out for yourself. You are a grown-ass man. You are grown-ass men. Yes, of course, you could get suggestions on books or articles to read that will definitely hone in on the topics you want to learn about. But why is it the black woman's job to write the book, to sell the book, to learn the book, and then to teach the book? Why is it our job? And why make a whole song about it when you could have took No Name to the back and said the same things that you said on that song to her in private? Now the division between black women and black men that hasn't settled since Oluwatoyin and Breonna Taylor's injustice has then doubled tenfold. Because you both have a huge platform and y'all are arguing and being ridiculous publicly. Yes, people, grown-ass black men and women should seek out education for themselves. No Name was uneducated when it came to her profiting off of capitalism, that she took it upon herself to learn. So much so that she started her own book club that helps incarcerated people. So why couldn't J. Cole do the same? When people do not know about things, guide them in the right direction. You don't have to teach them, but guide them. It's all about the tone. Once a tone comes off as disrespect, nobody's listening. And that's the problem within our community. Everybody wants to speak and everybody wants to be disrespectful. But then once it's like throwing rocks in a glass house. What you upset for when this is your doing? We're talking about something that's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. My thing is, there's so much division. If it's not someone dying unjustly by the hands of a white man or a cop, it's what about black on black crime? And it's crazy to me how when things like this happen within our community, people want to talk about black on black crime. Why are y'all so excited to celebrate Juneteenth when they're killing us outside, as if one can't be without another? Y'all think buying black is the answer? Everybody wants to shoot down what we're doing, but nobody has the answer. What is the right answer? Okay, you don't want us to buy black. Okay, what about black on black crime? Okay, let's not celebrate Juneteenth. Okay, so now that we haven't done any of those things, what do you want us to do? Since you have your degree and you know every fucking thing, and what we're doing is not the answer, what do you want us to do? Juneteenth, Africans were celebrating alongside African Americans, and African Americans want to say, this is an African Americans holiday. Why are y'all celebrating? Why are y'all celebrating so loud? We have people asking, does anyone know the correlation between making Juneteenth a national holiday and ceasing systemic racism and police brutality? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. So us celebrating Juneteenth or wanting it to be a national holiday means that was the answer that we were looking for to end systemic racism? Or is it one separate thing and another separate thing? Why can't black people have just one day? Why is it that when we are doing something, other black people within the same community want to shoot it down? It's unbelievable to me. Why is there so much division? It does not need to be so much division. Damn, y'all doing PEMDAS up and down when this is the time to unify. What do you mean, why are we putting so much effort into making Juneteenth a national holiday? And do we think that's going to end systemic racism and police brutality? No, fool. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Don't you got a kid to feed? Get your WIC card, go to Walmart, get the milk, and feed your child, rather than worrying about a correlation that you are making up by yourself. What the fuck? What is it? Black on black crime only perpetuates white supremacist ideologies. Virtually all violent acts are interracial, yet we are the only community that has a coined term, and black people feed into it. What about black on black crime? What about white on white crime? Do you see the white community going against the grain when all these serial killers and all these mass shooters come out to play? Their children have been killed dead by their own, and they don't say anything about white on white crime. Yet black people want to talk about black on black crime when an unjust murder happens. What kind of thinking is that? You are only perpetuating this very thing that you've been brainwashed with. So if it's not black on black crime, it's black women versus black men. If it's not trying to find the right answer between violence and being stagnant or complacent, I'm just tired. I really am. I'm tired of the division that's going on in this community. We cannot unify for shit. It is so frustrating. Why can we not unify? Every day a new topic, every day a new type of separation. When we got Donald Trump doing, God no, he is doing the fool. He is just, I don't know. It's like living in the Twilight Zone. And y'all want to focus on shit like this? Shit like this? I just don't get the separation. PhD or no PhD, you are still black. They're not going to ask you for your credentials when they stop you. Why do you feel more superior to another? Just because you have a PhD doesn't mean you know any more than a man who got his knowledge from the street. I've met plenty of people who have not went to school who are smarter and knowledgeable than me. You are not exempt because you have a degree. You are not exempt because you grew up in a suburb. You are not exempt because you drive a Benz, because you are still black. They will stop you. You are black. You are black. You are black. I don't get why there's so much division when at the end of the day, you are black. Oh, black men are the white people of... What is that? What is that? Garbage. Understand that, yes, there are certain privileges that you have that we don't as men. I didn't say anything about black. I said as men. Because being black, you don't got any privileges in this country. So you've been awarded certain privileges simply because of your gender. Yes. But why is it when we speak, we are drowned out by resentment and cynicism and hate and anger? Why is it that we cannot have a discussion, a healthy one, where it ends in growth that can be implemented immediately? Instead, we are fighting back and forth because people on each side refuse to be heard, refuse to listen. It's exhausting. We have to stop fighting. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Does this shit even happen? Like, what is it? What is it? What is it? We are angry. We need to use this fuel, unite ourselves, and use this fuel to light a fire, metaphorically. I was talking to my cousin, and he was telling me that there are people he's the president of a group, and he was telling me there are people who are loud, there are few people who are loud and angry about what's going on in this world. And he understands, but we have to do it right instead of making people angry. I asked him, okay, what's the right way? He said, I don't know. So you are saying that we have to do it right, but you don't know what is to do it right. You're just saying we have to do it right. What's the right way? You are being complicit, and you don't want to ruffle any feathers because you know the people that have those positions, that have those high positions, can ultimately help you with your goal. That's why. Oh, yes, I'm very angry about all of that's what's going on, but I'm trying to get up there, and these white people can help me. Why are you making enemies with the white people in positions of power? Because you are speaking on the injustices happening within your community. Why would that make them enemies? To speak on the injustices that's happening in your community. Why? These are questions we have to ask ourselves. Is it worth it's like being a sellout. Yeah, it sucks, but let me still kiss the ass of a white man. I'm tired. I'm tired of these companies pandering to us because of our black dollar. I'm tired of the elitist black people who feel as though because they have some type of credentials, they are better than other people. I'm tired of black women and black men fighting. I'm tired of us having to say all black lives because people tend to neglect black trans and black women. We don't just march for black men. I'm tired. It should not be this hard to unify. It shouldn't. I mean, we fighting over petty shit. We fighting over petty shit. May Oluwatoyin Salau rest in peace. May Breonna Taylor have justice. And may her murderers be charged and convicted for their crimes. I hope y'all had a good Juneteenth. A lot of music has dropped. Tiana Taylor, City Girls, John Legend. I hope y'all bumping those. I hope y'all are okay. COVID-19 is still very real, okay? And the cases have only increased. We need to be careful because I didn't even touch on medical bias in the hospitals when it comes to black men and women. That's another thing entirely. And we fighting over what? Snow in the Bluff by J. Cole? We have other fish to fry. We need to infiltrate. Y'all are shooting down answers that we are unifying towards. I have never seen so many people want to buy black or go to black-owned businesses and promote and encourage everybody to buy black, buy black, buy black. Beyonce using her platform, using her website, and listing so many black businesses that you can go to in every category. We are circulating our dollar within our community, and you want to shoot that down? It's exhausting. You don't have the answer, but you want to shoot that down? Instead of you to take care of the razor bumps underneath your chin that are spreading like wildfire. You want to go on social media and shoot down what black people are doing? Oh, we want reparations. How the fuck are we gonna get them? How the fuck are we gonna get reparations? Stream black music, support black businesses, crowdfund till the lights go out. Crowdfund for anybody and everybody black that has seen injustice, that are sick, that their people have passed. Donate, donate, donate. Sign petitions. Do whatever you want to do to support. If it's Yemen, if it's this nation, do what you got to do to support. Use your platform and raise your voice. Use Twitter's new feature. Raise your voice, raise your voice, raise your voice. Whether you follow 2 people and 2 people follow you, or you have 4.6 million followers. Use your voice. Please. We need it now more than ever. I just came up here just to say I'm fucking exhausted. I'm tired. And we just need to get it together. We need to get it together.